what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. I actually changed the YouTube name to Money Yoda because, I'm a Star Wars fan, and of course, I want to use my name, my personal name, as a different brand. So I'll be working on that as well. So I want this channel. This is about money, wealth, and everything that has to do with money, crypto, stocks, and whatnot. So I want this channel to be separate. That's why I changed the name. But don't worry, it's your same old boy Hima. So today in this video, we're going to talk about Doge Coin and Shiba Inu. Whether you should buy it as an investment, or whether you should buy these as a trade, or whether you should stay away from these. So without further ado, let's jump into the charts. Now, firstly, I'll talk about Doge Coin. Right? One of my favorite coin. Actually, I have Doge Coin, and then I'll make my case for it, whether you should buy into Dogecoin to trade it, or whether you should buy into Dogecoin to invest it, or whether you should stay away from it. And then of course I'll go into my Shiba Inu and then make my case as well. So let's start with Doge. I've got the chart over here, and you know what, Doge actually had a phenomenal year in 2021. Doge did really well, of course, some of it thanks to Elon Musk. But here's the thing, guys, let's talk about the investing side. For investing is you want to hold on to an asset that you think will give you maximum returns in a long period of time, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years longer. Think about the intrinsic value that Warren Buffett always talks about. Of course, he's not talking about crypto, he hates crypto, but if you think about it, will this asset give me some sort of value, any value in the future, in 10 years of time? When you think about it, do you think that Dogecoin will be there in 10 years of time? I think Dogecoin will be there, mainly because Dogecoin is currently being used as a currency, meaning that, let's say if you guys have a shop where you sell chocolate cupcakes, and I come to you and you ask me, you know what, you could pay me with Dogecoin and I'll give you my cupcakes. Alright, so this is actually been happening with Dogecoin. People are actually taking Dogecoin in returns of goods and services in America. Of course, this is not yet happening in other parts of the world, but it's happening in America, meaning that people are exchanging goods and services in return of Dogecoin. So you have people like Mark Cuban. He owns Dallas Mavericks. It's a basketball club, and like if you go to their games and whatnot, the merch and everything, you can actually buy merch and tickets with Dogecoin. And of course, Elon Musk actually made jokes about using Dogecoin as a payment method, alternative payment method for Tesla, and he might do it. Of course, if you go to Dogecoin website, you'll see that there are multiple retailers using Dogecoin as a payment method. So because the snowball, this is a snowball effect. It's having that Metcalf law. I think it's Metcalf or Metcalf. I don't know how to pronounce it, but make sure you search it. Metcalf law is basically saying that it's also called the network effect. It's called about how when you throw a snowball into a slide, full of snow, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So Metcalf law is basically saying that when more people are adapting into a certain network, whether it's Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever, it gets bigger and bigger, and the value of that network grows higher. Think of it as the snowball effect. All right. So Dogecoin, you got certain people with certain influence. Mark Cuban is a really influential guy. He's out here doing so many things. They're adapting Dogecoin. So I personally believe, because of these factors that are very visible outside the world, I think Dogecoin in 10 years of time will be there, hence it can be categorized as a good investment. Now let's jump into the charts. I'm looking at Dogecoin, right? You can see a certain level of accumulation going on over here. It's kind of like a Wyckoff accumulation, but I'm not gonna go too much detail into it. I talk about the Wyckoff accumulation in one of my previous videos, but this to me looks like someone is accumulating. But here's the thing: if you look at the level of money that's flowing in, this is the average volume line, of course, and if you see any kind of volume above this line, you can actually access this in TradingView. And if you see any kind of spikes above this line, that means institutional money, means big money is flowing in or out of the asset. And you could see certain areas where you see these huge spikes happening, and whenever it's a green bar, that means people are buying in. So if you want to buy Dogecoin, this is a really good time, because I think this is kind of like following Bitcoin, kind of behaving like Bitcoin back in early days. So just buy like $100 and forget about it. Don't trade it, in my personal opinion. Right now would be a good time. Not so many people are talking about it, and of course all the money is being sucked up by Bitcoin. So that's why Bitcoin is going up, and you don't see all coins doing this and that. So you know what? Just put $100. If you lose it, if it goes to zero, I don't think it will. If you lose it, still you can make $100. It's not like you're putting $10,000 or $100,000. Just $100. Put it and see how it goes. So that's my strategy for Dogecoin in the long-term perspective. But in the short term, if you want to trade Dogecoin, like I told you, there's a newer player in town, which is Shiba Inu. I honestly don't know the short-term perspective for Dogecoin. You will see a certain bounce up, maybe to this 50-cent level, and someone might punt it, and people might jump in, and then it might come down. But again, this is not something that you want to trade on, in my personal opinion. I would not be trading this. So that's my case for Dogecoin, and of course this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion on this. This is only for education and entertainment purposes only. I'm just a content creator. I don't know your personal situation, financial situation. So always think twice before you put in money in. Don't just do it because other people are talking about it. If all you have is $200, don't go put $100 in Dogecoin. It doesn't make sense. But if you have more money, if you're a rich person, $100 is something that you think that you can afford to lose, go for it. Just put it and forget about it. Alright, so let's jump into Shiba Inu. Now, I'm looking at Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu is also had a really great year this year, in 2021. Certain people made a lot of money with Shiba Inu. As you can see, at the first spike, when everyone on TikTok and YouTube was talking about it, and then it crashed, went through an accumulation for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and boom, it went up again, and now we are over here. To me, this looks like a classic cup and handle situation. So you might expect upside from here. Most likely scenario would be if it's a cup and handle formation. It looks like a cup and handle. You might see something like this. I don't know when it will happen, but it's the most likely scenario. Now, Shiba Inu in 10 years of time, I don't think that this particular coin, even though it was very famous, everybody was talking about it, Me personally, I don't see this in 10 years. You know, to me, this kind of looks like the tulip bubble or the .com bubble, something like that. I don't see this survive in 10 years because no one is actually using Shiba Inu to do anything. If someone out there is accepting Shiba Inu coin in return of products and services, that means it has fallen into that category of mid-cap flow where it has kind of gaining traction like the snowball. But I don't see that happening. I don't see it anywhere. Shiba Inu is just a highly speculative asset. Make money while you can. It will go up. It will have huge spikes. So I wish you best of luck. If you can make money, trade in this, do it. But as a long-term hodler, if you're like that, do you want to hodl Shiba Inu? In my personal opinion, I don't think so. I wouldn't do it. I don't have I didn't even trade Shiba Inu. I didn't even buy it. I didn't even think about it. It's not. I don't understand what the coin is doing. I don't understand. I don't see any kind of real life uses with this coin, so I'm not gonna touch it. That's fine. It's fine if I miss any kind of gains. I'm cool. It's okay I missed the train. I'm cool. There are plenty of other trains out there. So that's my case for Shiba Inu. Fairly simple, but from a trader's perspective, this looks nice. But as a long-term hodler, I don't think this is the way to go. Of course, I don't know if they use Shiba Inu in the future as a currency, you know, to be used in some sort of a real life case. Other than that, nah. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for listening. You know, I'm glad to have you guys. Love you so much. I'll see you guys in another video. Until then, happy trading.